Hi everyone, Tori here with another Project Life process video. This one is called Lovebirds and it's from March 2015, so earlier this year. I have a photo of my parents at lunch or brunch. I have a photo that I gave you a thumbs up for of my brunch meal. I have a photo from outside from a walk that I had taken, and then a photo of myself that I had just taken at work, so a selfie. And these are all from March. And I'm starting the way that I start all of my Project Life processes. Basically, pick the photos, lay them out, grab the filler cards and the cards to layer beneath them, and stick those in. And I hope that you guys are all doing really well. I just wanted to say hi and thank you to all my new subscribers. I feel like every single time I check YouTube, I've got new subscribers and more comments to respond to, and that is so incredibly exciting to me. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for your really kind comments and for subscribing. It means so much to me. I think like just in the last week I've gotten like 60 new subscribers, which is like mind-boggling to me. I remember when I hit like 100 subscribers and I like wanted to cry because I thought I can't believe people would actually want to watch my videos, and I'm like so close to 2,000 subscribers. It's ridiculous. Like I can't even tell you how crazy this is to me. So thank you to those of you who are following and liking my videos, watching them, commenting, and it just means so much to me. You guys are like fantastic. I am using my Project Life cards that came from a Studio Calico kit, a previous one. If you want to know what it is, I can leave me a comment and I'll let you know. I am also using some things from my stash, so I'll just tell you where things come as I'm going. I decided I wanted this spread to sort of be like pinks and also blues. Um, Pink is my favorite color, so I find it hard not to like use pink on every single layout, which I probably do use a little bit of pink on everything, so I would be surprised if there wasn't pink. But I also thought blue would be nice because the plate that my brunch meal is on is blue, as well as there's a really pretty blue sky in the photo that I took while I was on a walk. So I thought the pink and the blue would go well together. Oh, and also, the color scheme also works really well with the scarf that I'm wearing in the photo, like the selfie photo that I took. It has like pink, blue, and a little bit of purple, so I thought that would be a fun color scheme for this page. Now I'm just going through the cards, and I had grabbed this wood grain card, which I think was actually just cut off of like a 12 by 12 and then turned into a 3 by 4. And I thought it would be cute to put one of these emoticon faces on it. So I have this card, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut that face out and then glue that to the middle of the card. And I just felt like this smile was like perfect for this layout because I think my parents are adorable in this photo, and the brunch was so good. And that photo from the walk is just so beautiful. It's like a little pond in my neighborhood. And then even in the photo, like the selfie at work, I just think it's cute. So normally when I do my Project Life spreads, if you've been watching me for a while, is I sort of make up my mind where things are going to go and they basically stay there. Like I don't usually change things up a lot, but I don't know what was going on in this spread. I just kept not being happy with where things were. So some of the cards are where they're going to stay, but the bottom two will, I don't know, I just keep moving them. So where they are now is not where they're going to stay because I don't know what was up with me. I couldn't be happy where things were. And then part of me really wanted to like have cut, like I didn't want all the pink to be on one side, so then I kept moving things. But then they end up being on one side, and I don't know, I sort of gave up after a while. But I am happy now that I'm finished it, looking at like the final project. So the plate that I had taken a picture of was on this like dark wood table, and I didn't like how dark it was. So I thought maybe it would be cute to like cut just the plate out and use that on a spread, and I'm really happy I did that. I think it's super cute. So, and I just put it on this like red and white card, and I'm happy with the way that turned out. Now I wanted to do some more journaling on this layout. I've been really trying to like force myself to do more journaling. And so I thought it would be cute to do on the photo of a selfie of me some currentlies. So I do have a stamp from Studio Calicoats from like a long time back. That was a whole bunch of like listening, writing, eating, and I'll be using that on the selfie photo. And then I thought, you know what, well, I have the stamps out, I might as well use this one too, which said the little things, and I thought that would be cute under the exclamation marks, which I feel like that fits well because it's just a photo of my brunch, but that food was so delicious. I can't even tell you. Okay, if you live in Ontario and you ever make your way to Stouffville, there is a restaurant called Vipai, and they have the most delicious breakfast. Like, I can't even tell you. And they have all day breakfast. So, those of you subbies and followers who live in the GTA, like the Greater Toronto area, you need to come to Stouffville and go to this Vipai restaurant. Now, I probably shouldn't say this because they're not very big, and we like to keep it a secret from people because we're afraid that everybody will go there and then we won't be able to get a seat. But I'm just hoping that YouTube people, most of you don't live near enough to go to this restaurant. And those of you who do, just don't tell too many people because then too many people will come to this amazing. Okay, guys, their food is like the best food I've ever tasted. I'm not even joking. It's so good. Anyways, now that I've made everybody, including myself, hungry, and it's 11:42 p.m. at night, and now I want brunch. I'm not even joking. It's crazy. Anyways, back to what I was doing. I added a label. This one is a red one, and I think I got it from Freckled Fawn. And then this is where I'm going to do all those currentlies that I mentioned. So I'm going to put currently listening, writing, eating, enjoying, drinking, watching, creating, and loving. And I like the idea of doing currentlies every once in a while. I know that I'm making this spread like many months later, but you know what? I'm okay with that. I think it's okay to work behind. I really don't like the idea of feeling behind in scrapbooking, and I really want to encourage you, those of you who feel behind, like get that word out of your vocabulary. Really, like kick it out. You know, we scrapbook for fun, to enjoy it, to de-stress, for the art of it, for the creativity element, and like there is no behind. Every single spread or layout or photo you scrapbook is one more photo than you didn't have yesterday. So you can never be behind because you did more than you did yesterday or more than you did the day before. And I don't really, like in my own scrapbooking, I don't like the pressure feeling like I have to stay caught up or I have to meet some certain deadline. I just want to like enjoy what I'm doing. So I really want to encourage you guys this week, if that is you, like if you get stressed out about being behind or not having this photo done or not having your December daily from last year done or whatever, like take that word and throw it out of your vocabulary and just every single time you finish a spread, just say, wow, that's one more spread that I have done that I didn't have done yesterday. And so the fact that I'm working on March 2015 photos, that doesn't even bother me. It just makes me happy to get to scrapbook and get to play with these things. And I feel so lucky. Like, I can't even tell you how lucky I feel that I get to spend my time making beautiful art like this and that you guys like watching it, which completely blows my mind. It still blows my mind that people will watch me scrapbook. And I have some friends, like this is a shout out to my friends who watch me scrapbook even though they don't scrapbook. Like I have a friend, Nora, who's such a sweetheart. Nora, hi. And she doesn't even scrapbook, but she watches me before she goes to bed. And that just blows my mind too. So Nora, if you're watching, this is your shout out. Say, let me know next time if I see you that you listen to your shout out. Anyways, I just am so impressed with y'all. I can't believe I just said y'all. Okay, as a Canadian, it's like against every fiber of my being to say y'all. Like, it's so wrong to me. Like, it just feels so weird. And every English teacher I've ever had would completely shudder at the thought of me saying y'all. And I used to hate it so much. Like, I'm not even lying. It drove me crazy. But those of you who know me know that I traveled with the African Children's Choir from 2012 to 2013. And on the African Children's Choir tour, there was one chaperone who was from Texas, and she said y'all all the time. And in the beginning, it drove me crazy, and then halfway through the year and a half that we traveled together, it didn't drive me crazy, and then by the end, I just couldn't stop saying y'all. And now I honestly cannot think of another way to say things. Like, I'll be talking to somebody, and the only word that will come to my mind is the word y'all, which is ridiculous to me. Because I'm like, there must be something other than saying you all, because that doesn't even sound grammatically correct. I don't know. Anyways, that's my little rant about y'all. But now I'm saying it all the time, and I feel like I'm failing my Canadian roots. Because that's not really a Canadian thing. Just, it's more of a Southern thing. Anywho, maybe I should talk about scrapbooking, because that's why you're here. So I did some stamping, and I also used my roller date stamp to stamp the date, because I love doing that, otherwise I would forget. I also added a vellum sentiment strip to that one grid card, and it just says, my life isn't perfect, but it does have perfect moments, which completely sums up the journaling that I want to do on that card, but I'm going to do it off screen. And then the reason it sums it up is that photo from the walk. Actually, my brother and I got in a huge fight, and I decided I'd rather walk than be in the car with him. So I got out of the car and I was fuming. I was so angry, and I was walking, and it was so cold out, which just made me even more angry. But as I was walking, all of a sudden I looked over, and there was this like adorable, cute little pond, and the sky was beautiful. And it was just, and I had to snatch a photo, and it was just so beautiful. And in that moment, I was like calm, and I forgot about why I was angry. And this phrase, my life isn't perfect, but it does have perfect moments, like completely sums up how I was feeling in that moment. And then on the photo of my parents, I added a little bit of washi tape to either side just for something. And then I used some pink letter stickers to put Lovebird. Then I grabbed these red chipboard sentiment strips, and I added one underneath the D and M letters, which is just a row of hearts. And then I added one on that photo of the pond that just says, just keep breathing. And if you're wondering what the D and M stands for, it's like dad and mom, because that's who's in the photo. And then I wanted to add something extra to this grid card before I add my journaling. So I grabbed one of these acetate tri-colored stars, and I'm just pulling off the sheet, and then I'm going to staple that onto that card using my tiny attacher. And I really am happy with that. I think it looks cute on the card. And then I wanted to add a second star just for some more layering, so I grabbed this gold one that comes from the 7 paper collection and layered that. And then I thought it might be nice to add a little gold star somewhere else on the layout, so I thought it would look good in between the word love and birds on that photo of my parents. And then I was thinking, oh, I have some other fun things that I can use, so I grabbed the silver fishtail banner, and I'm going to add it on that emoticon card that I made, and it just says, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, which I thought also sort of fit with the like photo of the pond. So not only does it like show that there's perfect moments when life isn't perfect, but it's also really beautiful in my neighborhood. Like, this photo is taken maybe 10 minutes away from my house, so I consider that my neighborhood. And then the little piece that I had left from the banner that I had cut off, I just added to that currently card along with some enamel dots. And now I'm seeing if there's anything else I wanted to add. I thought about adding a third star, but decided against it. And that's when I realized that I had these acetate transparent birds, which would be perfect on a card that says love birds. So I grabbed two of them. There was a yellow one and an orange one, and I'm going to add them on the photo of my parents. And I'm going to have them hang off a little bit and just trim off the extra that hangs off. And I actually really like doing that when you have an embellishment that sort of goes off the page partly, and you cut off the extra. Like for example on that It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood banner, I cut off the edge. And then on the two birds, I cut off the edge. I feel like it adds some flow and movement to your page. It makes the page look alive. And then after that, I'm just going to add a couple enamel dots of varying colors to those two birds. So some yellow, red, pink, gray, and blue ones. I love enamel dots. Oh, they're so beautiful, enamel dots, aren't they? I think that's basically it. I do add journaling later, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to slow it down and hold the cards up so you can take a look at them. Thank you everyone for joining me. I hope you have a lovely day. Bye!